Hello, everyone. My name is Ahmed. I'm the CEO and founder of IONET. Today, we are going to show you what we have been working on. We think the world needs to see this. We've been working on this for a very long while. IONET working so hard into democratizing access to AI compute power and democratizing earning from AI compute power services. In a way, it's a network that have two sides, those who provide the GPU compute power and those who use the GPU compute power. IONET have started almost a year ago, after 6 years of research in quant systems engineering and building low latency trading system, something really requires a lot of compute power. From there, our story started. We were using GPUs from cloud providers that are extremely expensive, and we had to find a way to reduce our expenses. In 2022, the market was really bad. So we were not breaking even from the earning from market making and all the trading we are doing in the stock and the US and the crypto market. Liquidity was really bad. So I needed to reduce my capex. And I was like, Ethereum at that time was suffering. The miners were like moving from proof of work to proof of stake. So there's a lot of GPU compute power that is in the market or basically in facilities that people don't know what to do with it. There's no mining anymore. And if you mine any coin, at that time in 2022, like you would make, I don't know, 60 cents a day for the best card in the market, like RTX 3090 at that time. So I was like, what if I could just call my friends who are mining crypto and they were like, can I use your GPU for my AI-powered quant systems? So I had a friend in Saudi Arabia who had a facility of around 300 GPU, something really small. And I called him, I was like, how much are you earning? He said, almost 60 cents a day without electricity cost. And I was like, what if I give you $3 a day for this card? Will you give it to me? Yes, of course. So I took the cards from him. The same card is sold in cloud providers like Genesis Cloud, AWS, and so on, for $24 a day. So I was paying hundreds of thousands of dollars on GPUs, and now I need to reduce that expense. So I called this facility. I was like, I would pay $4. He was so happy because that's more than 4 times what he earned from crypto. So I started, prepping his facility for machine learning workload. Basically, our quant fund was trading, 1,000 stock and 150 cryptocurrency. And for each one, there's a model. And we needed multiple GPUs for each one of the pairs to trade fast and to learn. The machine learning has to learn from the tech data that's generated in the market. So we need a lot of compute power. Now, that's why we need the compute power. So I started using this facility in Saudi Arabia, then another friend in Kuwait who has also cheap electricity there. And then I wanted to expand more. It's so cheap, compute power, so I can do more with this. So I called friends in Slovenia. They have mining facility there, more than 1,000 GPU, connected to it. And then I had to figure out how to make this GPUs between multiple locations communicate with each other. Fast forward a year, we found out that it came, this moment is like, wait a second, did you just build a compute network that potentially could be used by others? And that's actually what happened. So started working on the project 26th of February, 2023. Repurposed the architecture for the quant fund, the one that's using the GPUs in other providers, and started to give an example to clients, Uber, OpenAI, Instacart. We pitched to the best in the market, and they're like, when you have more than 200,000 GPUs, let's talk. Now we're a mini GPU. But so from the day one when we built these systems that allow people to use this compute power, it was already configured for really high bar. Low latency trading is extremely complex, requires really good internet, the best connectivity speed, the best security, et cetera, et cetera. So it took us a year of work before we start even IONET as IONET to do while we're doing the fund and configuring this architecture and building what we now call the Internet of GPUs. So the concept of the Internet of GPUs is imagine if every chip in the world, GPUs across hundreds of facilities, what if all of them are like a one hive, like one mind? What if I could have GPU just like I have electricity? So, and the question is like, what if, it's a really simple but yeah, profound question. What if accessing GPU compute power was as easy and as seamless as accessing the internet? Right now, I can challenge everyone in the audience. I will give you like $500,000 if you can, in 1 hour from this time, rent 100 GPU. Anywhere you want. Any cloud provider, any search, do whatever you want. If within 1 hour you can rent 100 GPUs, I'm going to give you $500,000. It's impossible. You wouldn't be able. So the GPU availability is a really, really critical problem that is facing large-scale AI startups. Like if you want to rent 2, 3, 4, 5 GPUs, you will find it, like Rampod, Vast AI. You will find a lot of providers who give you this number. But when you want to really cluster for like large-scale or like really heavy workloads, you wouldn't find. So we ended up IO as building the compute layer that is crowdsourcing this GPU compute power and allowing mining facilities that used to mine crypto, or they have the budget to buy GPUs, to earn from the AI compute industry, and also allow the large-scale AI startups to have access and availability to GPU supply that is really critical for AI, like AI that have changed the world. It's reshaped industries, and that AI requires GPU. So we see I/O as the fuel, the digital oil. And that's why we introduced the Internet of GPUs. Now, as I said, we want to democratize access to the AI. We started by partnering up with Filecoin, Solana, Aptos, using multiple layers of technologies so we can serve large-scale AI startups at the latency we need, proof of compute, ultra-low latency payment system. We needed chain to record all the clusters, all the payments for workers across the planet. We have GPUs in 140 or 139 countries. How can we pay these GPUs when we use their compute power? Using Stripe or using other payment providers is really expensive. So the best thing is pay them in USDC, pay them using Solana, pay them using Aptos. That's how we started. Now, the thing is, like 90% of the GPU supply in the world is underutilized. It's at home, data centers that they don't have a good sales team to sell it, some corporates who bought the GPUs that they don't know what to do with it. There's massive compute power out there, but still, if you go to AWS, Google Cloud, Microsoft Azure, you wouldn't find this GPU supply. It will take you weeks to get a cluster of 100 GPU. They will ask you a lot of questions, why you need it, what's your pitch, send us your pitch deck, your LinkedIn profiles, like, what is this? Like, why it's not that easy and simple? And the challenge is live. I'm recording this. Do it, and you have $500,000 if you manage to do it in the next 1 hour. Now, so what we want is we want to create this economy that is powered by the currency of compute. Like we believe the real currency in the world is compute. Compute power is the digital oil. I mean, if you look at the GPU power if you look at China, for example, China have imported $233 billion of chips last year compared to $185 billion of crude oil. So China's imports of chips is more than imports of oil. It's really important. That's why we believe if this asset is somehow tokenized in a way where we have this million GPUs from across the globe, high-end, enterprise level, high security, and then we have a coin in the middle that allows, that facilitate payment system, facilitate payout to people all across the globe, we can actually build the currency of compute. How much you have of that currency, how much compute power you have. And the reason why we say how much compute power we have, because we're going to live in a future, it looks like Skynet in a way. Like you have a lot of AI agents across the globe that talk to each other and execute AI tasks. All that will need compute power. And each time you run an inference on any model that is deployed anywhere in the world, you have to pay inference, like inference fee for each time you inference a model, you get a result out of a model. When two agents, AI, talking to each other and they want to get a result from one model that makes image, the owner of that model also should earn a royalty fee. What is that currency? Right, that is the IO currency. The IO is going to be launched next month. Hopefully, we were planning to launch 28th of April. probably the launch within first week of May. Now, the supply shortage is the compute power demand is doubling every 3.5 months. So if we have 1 million GPU now, after 3.5 months, we need another 2 million GPUs. That has been like this for the last 10 years. So, and right now, the compute demand is 2.5 times more than the capacity that's available in the market. And the manufacturer like TSMC in Taiwan is unable to manufacture the chips enough to match the demand. Now, and all these new AI platforms like ChatGPT or Midjourney or so on, they all need this GPU compute power, and they're paying hundreds of thousands a month. Like they're paying around, like for example, OpenAI is paying $700,000 a month just on GPUs, just on the GPT-3 model. And now they have other models that they are Sora and other models. The amount of compute they're paying every day is like $2–3 million a day on just the cost of GPU. Imagine if that money is flowing into a cryptocurrency that is fueling that AI, that sharing economy of people providing these GPUs all across the globe, forming what we call the Internet of GPUs. Now, let me introduce you quickly to the team. We are 100 people. We are engineers from all around the world, from Oaktree, AWS, Intel, Ripple, Binance, Crypto.com. Our VP of engineering, our CTO is ex-VP of engineering of Binance. He just quit and joined us. From Filecoin, from Aptos, DigitalOcean, Yandex, Anyscale, NVIDIA, like name it, Neom. We have a really crazy, amazing team that's working so hard. We're now across 110 people. Since we made this slide, we hired 10 people. And we're growing really fast. And we have amazing partners in the crypto industry that are building with us. We have 560 partners in the pipeline, working with them, providing them AI compute power. And our investors, we have Anatoly from Solana, Mo and Avery from Aptos, Yatsu from Animoca brand, Sebastian from the Sandbox. We have amazing VC. We have raised around $40 million, reaching $1 billion valuation just on this round when we had only 80,000 GPUs and only 20,000 users. Now we have 400,000 users. More than 100,000 of them are AI engineers. We have 800, and actually today, so it's 1 million GPU. It's growing really fast. We got engineers from, we got investors from Animoca, Otoy, Sandbox, Aptos, Solana Ventures, of course, OKX Ventures, Delphi, Hack VC, Multicoin Capital, name it, more than 40 investors, 40 great VCs helping us and supporting us on building the right tokenomics system, building the right, engineering the proper way to launch in the market, engineering the proper tokenomics system that could handle massive rewards. How can people who don't have GPU compute power, how can they join this? Like how can you earn from someone who have $100 million who builds a facility in Taiwan or in Singapore or Malaysia or whatsoever? How can you also earn like him? So we built what we call a Sharia compliant staking system in a way where basically each data center and facility, they have to provide, let's say I have a $100 million facility, 10,000 GPUs or 3,000 GPUs, 5,000 GPUs. For me to even be accepted to join the network, I have to provide some kind of like a security insurance. Like I have to put $50 million of USDC, or IO coin, sorry, in lock. Someone has to stake for me $50 million to ensure the security that me as a provider of a data center, I'm not going to manipulate the network. I'm not going to be offline. I will keep up my availability. My devices are going to always be online. Now, why would I do that? Because every hour, there's an earning reward that is minted to every provider of compute in the network. But this provider of compute in the network, he cannot even join the network without putting the insurance. Now, it's a mutual relationship. So this who provides compute, let's say hour one, I'm earning $5,000 of IO coin from emission reward. Now, the staker will take part of that, will take 10–20% of that. Now, if you go offline, the staker is going to be slashed $30, $40, $50. He will lose from his money. So now you as a staker, he has, as a provider of compute, he has to maintain his availability and be reliable. He maintains his reliability score. Because if that score, basically, your device goes offline, you will lose, your staker will lose money. So, and if your staker decided to leave the staking, you are entirely out from the network. You're not allowed to join the network. So as a provider of compute, he's incentivized that he makes sure that his supply is the best standards. Otherwise, his staker will lose money, meaning that he will go out and find some other data center to stake to, and you will lose your ticket to be part of the network. Now, that system we've been testing, we've been working with this with all our VCs. We believe this is going to be something really revolutionary and a breakthrough. We believe the IO coin is going to be the compute currency. And I think that's all what I have for today. Thank you very much for listening. And yeah.